They laughed at his name. They shoved his father in front of him and dared him to do something about it. One of them was banned from an entire nation for cheating, then walked back in waving his flag like he owned the place. And every single one of them believed the same quiet thing, that the small man from Japan with the schoolboy face couldn't truly hurt them. His name is Naoya Inoue. The sport calls him the Monster, and there is a reason that name stuck. Because disrespecting him was never just a mistake. It was a signature on a contract nobody read the fine print of. What follows is not a highlight reel of a champion beating good men. It's a record of what happened to the ones who doubted him first, told in the order that hurts the most. This is Fight Diary. Let's begin. Tokyo, summer of 2023. Stephen Fulton, undefeated unified champion, the best super bantamweight on the planet, and his team arrived convinced the fight was already won. Days before the bell, Fulton's trainer stood up at the press conference and accused Inoue of wrapping his hands like a cast, cheating in his own home, and threatened to pull his fighter out entirely. Fulton himself just smiled and said he didn't care if Inoue had bricks in his gloves. He'd still win. Inoue answered with 5 words: "Don't suck it up, just fight." Then he made them regret every single one.
To defend his titles, out of the way, that long-range jab to the body from Inoue. Inoue tries to come with the right hand around the guard. And the up jab.
Look at that lead hand hanging low. That's not carelessness, that's bait. He's inviting Fulton to commit, and the jab keeps digging into the body underneath.
But underneath the guards of Fulton.
Right back to it.
There it is again.
And there's the first right hand that is able to land. And he comes with it again, and then a 4-punch combination that included a left to the body from Inoue. Double jab, comes upstairs with the right hand. Fulton puts up the guard and backs out.
But you can tell the effect of those punches. You see Fulton, even though he's the bigger guy, when he gets hit, he gets somewhat knocked off balance from them heavy blows coming from Inoue.
You can see how calm and in control he is early on here. As he comes with another 4-punch combination, tried to go to the body with that right hand in the midst of that. There's that jab, and there are the levels. Went upstairs and then to the body again, Timmy.
Fulton's in range, but he won't pull the trigger. This is the champion who mocked the raps. Now he's too worried about what comes back to throw anything at all.
That up jab has had such success for Inoue. Now an opportunity, as Fulton was able to get to the inside, and back to range, to the body with that jab. That has been available since the opening bell. Double jab by Fulton.
Not sure about that all the way out, all the way in stuff. Not doing anything. Inoue's beating him to the punch. He's there. He's there, but he won't pull the trigger test.
Inoue has that kind of power where he can punch through the defense as well. You've seen that a few times. Not showing the levels with that jab again. Consistently going to the body with that jab is Inoue.
He's getting outboxed, and he's supposed to be the superior boxer.
Well, we get so enamored with the power of Inoue and the results. He is a supremely intelligent.
Blood from the nose already. Nothing spectacular has landed yet. This is pure accumulation. Cool boy Steph is being melted one jab at a time.
What's the change that needs to take place for Fulton, Timmy?
Kind of change his rhythm. He's standing directly in front. Use your legs. He can draw in a way. I mean, he tried to come forward, but he's not letting his hands go. He's afraid for what's going to come back. So now use your legs. Get on your bike. Lure in a way, because now you're in range just to get hit with those power shots.
Now here comes the combination punching of Inoue behind that jab, as we've seen early on in round 5.
And change his rhythm up. I mean, when you have a fighter like Inoue just landing shots like that, you have to change your rhythm up. You have to.
Oh, good combination.
Credit where it's due. That's Fulton's best moment of the night, off a subtle move to his right. The problem is, doing it once against this man proves nothing.
Fulton is not using any of his footwork. He's not using any of his lateral movement at all. And you want to know why? Because Inoue has stopped that. Inoue is quick to cut him off and says, I want you directly in front of me. I don't want you moving anywhere.
That time he comes in with the left hook. That speed to close, whether it's straight ahead or lateral. It has been the key.
Ooh. That right hand hurt.
And there's the punishment for standing still. Fulton stopped moving his feet, not by choice. Inoue took his legs away, round by round, and now the power shots are finding home.
Fulton trying to exchange on the inside.
Good right hand over the top.
Counter right hand from Fulton. Back to the body from Inoue.
Folks said that was low. Inoue said, get out of here.
And see how comfortable Inoue is right now as he's trying to cut off the ring and close the gap. Overhand right.
That's the one thing about Inoue. He never stops hunting for that knockout.
Never.
He's always looking for it.
Four-punch combination, back to the jab up top.
The reason why Inoue can get there quick with that jab is Fulton has a wide stance. His base is so wide. It's really hard to get in and out.
Oh, right hand hurts him. Oh, a huge right hand from the monster. And then he chases him down. Fulton is laid out, struggling to get to his feet. Fulton hurt badly.
One right hand, and the man who laughed about bricks in the gloves can't find his feet. No cast, no excuses. Just the most honest pair of hands in boxing.
Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again. The monster.
8 rounds, and the so-called best in the division never had a single moment of control. That's what disrespect buys you in Tokyo. But here's the thing. At least Fulton lost to the script. The next man ripped it up. 5,000 to 1 against him, a nobody from Texas. And for one terrifying second, he did what no fighter on earth had ever done to the monster. Las Vegas, 2025, Ramon Cardinas, a name almost nobody in boxing knew. 18 months earlier, he was driving for Uber and DoorDash between fights because his biggest career payday was $17,000. The bookmakers made him a 6,500 to 1 afterthought. And Inoue? He'd already moved on. At the final press conference, he named his next opponent for September. Written in stone, he called it. The cab driver from San Antonio hadn't even been fought yet, and he'd already been booked as a footnote. Cardinas heard every word of it.
That's just boxing 101, Tess.
There it is. The jab is finding home early, and it's finding it clean. Inoue is beating a man to the punch who was never supposed to be in the same room as him.
Beating Inoue to the punch a lot quicker than Inoue probably thought or imagined.
Saying, watch that distance as we come to the end of round number 1. The monster is back in the States, the undisputed.
Here's the problem Cardinas is making for himself. He's standing directly in front of Inoue. Against this man, being still is the same as being finished. He has to make the monster move his feet.
Covers up defensively.
Exactly.
Now watch. He's forcing Inoue backwards, bringing real pressure. This is how a man with nothing to lose gains confidence. And confidence is the one thing you cannot let this challenger find.
Absolutely. But here comes Inoue. Inoue likes this type of fight, Tess.
He does.
Inoue doesn't like being pushed back. Look at the reply. The right hand comes back immediately. That's not tactics. That's temper.
A little secret. Does he have the skill to compete against Cardinas?
Marlon's trying to turn over that sweeping left hook. There's Inoue with him against the ropes. Oh, the monster's down! The monster's down! Cardinas catches him! My, oh my!
Yep.
What a shocker here in round 2!
Come here. Go.
Can you believe what you just saw?
Yep.
And there it is. Cardinas drops that right hand just enough, changes the angle, and the left hook Inoue never saw sits him down. The monster is on the canvas. Only the second knockdown of his entire career.
Didn't see that left hook coming. Boom. Set him down.
Inoue has been down 2 times in his...
Cardinas right now.
Watch Cardinas now. He's made no mistake. He's waiting, loading that same opposite hand, hunting the exact punch that just worked. He knows he has one night to become immortal.
Left hook again.
That high guard, he really is. It's tight.
3-punch combination. Tried to split the guard with the right hand. Came back with the left to finish.
It's a problem.
A little bit with the left hand again.
That's another.
But this is the difference. No panic. High guard, 4-punch combination, splitting the guard with the right and coming back with the left. 20 seconds after being dropped, he's already back to work.
All night long. He has come to make magic and try to shock the world as Inoue willing down to the inside. Inoue
6,500 to 1. That's what the world thought of the man who just knocked him down. And Inoue is now fighting like he's heard that number 2.
doubles up the left hand, upstairs, and then downstairs to the body.
It's beautiful work by Inoue, no doubt about it, but he got to be responsible defensively. Has to be. Oh.
Upstairs, then downstairs to the body. This is the adjustment. He stops hunting the head and starts collecting the debt lower. Body shots don't pay out now. They pay out in round 6.
From Inoue. And now the accuracy is showing up. And the desire to have fights like this.
Now the accuracy shows. 80 punches landed to 47. Cardinas is still swinging, but he's fighting a man who has stopped making mistakes.
Monster is showing what he's about. Inoue has an 82 to 47 connect advantage to this point. Oh, a thudding right hand, and Cardinas
we heard him with that shot.
To the body.
He heard him with a body shot.
Cardinas fires back to the body. He's got such heart in there.
Cardinas is in the neutral corner and in serious trouble. Head, then body, then head again. The dream is being taken apart one exchange at a time.
Varying attack to the head, to the body. Cardinas is in that neutral corner and a strafing attack. He's in a whole lot of trouble now.
Oh, he hurt him with that body shot too, Tess.
Left hand to the body comes in from Inoue. Gives an angle, turns things around, and he comes swinging out.
Inoue said he loves a war. He loves these type of fights.
Oh, what a great round we've got here. Final seconds of round 6. This is the way it's supposed to.
43 power punches landed in a single round. That's not a fight anymore. That's a demolition with a man still standing inside it.
33 of them were power punches in the last round. 33 power punches landed in the last round by Inoue. Giving everything he possibly can, but finding out that there are offensive levels to this game. And when you go against Inoue, the level is different.
He broke his back, Tess.
Look at this attack here, halfway through round 7.
Did you see how he crumbled along the ropes right there?
He sends him back with that left hand to the side. Still
Look at the
right
fight.
in the kitchen.
Look at the fight in Cardinas.
Putting a fire on Inoue, digging with body shots. Don't you just love the heart? Separation with the right hand, and that sends Cardinas back a few steps. And another right hand. Oh, and he knocks him down. A right hand scores the knockdown.
5, 6, 7, 8, go. Come here.
Final seconds of round 7. Can he get to the bell, or will the monster strike?
That's a high boxing IQ. He got hit with that shot. Now he's very aware of it now, Tess. And Cardinas has yet to land that same shot again that he landed in the second round.
Body shot, right hand. He's in trouble again. Here in this 8th round, it's all Inoue, and it's all over. Inoue is...
Cardinas gave Inoue his hardest night in years and still lost. But he did something nobody else managed. He made the monster bleed and put him down, and the world watched him get up angrier than ever. Remember that, because the next man in this story got no such moment. He was a world champion too, and he was written off before the bell as nothing more than a body waiting to fall. Tokyo, the day after Christmas 2023. Marlon Tapales, unified world champion, and a man who fought under one nickname his entire career. They called him the Nightmare. He'd already shocked the sport once, walking into Texas as the underdog and taking the belts off an unbeaten champion. He was 4-0 in Japan, and he wanted everyone to know it. So he made a promise. He would be the Japanese monster's worst nightmare in the monster's own hometown.
The ring, he has that. And you see Inoue.
Watch that back foot. Inoue takes a step back, invites the looping shot, and lets it sail past his head. He's not avoiding the fight. He's measuring the man who promised to end him.
But that right there is still like no.
And there's the first mistake. Tapales just stood in the target zone. Against anyone else, that's a moment. Against this man, it's an invitation.
He's creating, he's trying to create openings if he can.
Notice what he's not doing. He's not headhunting for one big shot. He's letting his hands go, working the body, creating openings where there weren't any.
Inoue is baiting Tapales a little bit here.
That's the detail that separates him. He lands, then instantly lands again from a completely different angle. Your guard is built for where the last punch came from. His next one never comes from there.
That's what I mean, that body shot.
And you have to give credit to
Straight
Tapales.
through the
Yes,
guard,
he's the
into the
underdog.
body. Credit to Tapales. He's a champion, not a tourist. But a champion standing still is still standing still.
Time to engage.
And again, I like the game plan that Tapales is doing though in terms of the body. He's going to the body.
Give him this. The game plan is right. He's going to the body himself, trying to drain some of that power out of Inoue. It's the correct answer. It's just being given by the wrong man on the wrong night.
These are hard shots by Naoya Inoue.
Oh!
Big left hand to the head. Here comes Inoue,
man.
the monster. Left hand, right hand. Tapales is down.
Didn't see the shot with the high guard. Came around the guard. Put him down.
You're tentative, and then you end up.
That's how you end a round. Downstairs, then upstairs, and Tapales has become exactly what he swore he'd never be, a punching bag with a title belt.
And everything.
And Inoue started
Just like
round 5, the way he ended round 4. Devastating shots downstairs, then upstairs.
And standing in front of him is not going to help. All you're doing is becoming a punching bag and a sitting target. Because pretty soon the hands are going to drop and he's going to come right back up top. Nice counter. Nice counter from Inoue.
You can tell those body shots are affecting Tapales. He motions to the right hand.
Now you can see the body shots doing their work. His movement is gone. When the hands drop, and they will, Inoue is coming straight back upstairs.
Turn something. And you can hear Tapales' team jab to the body. Jab. Nice left hand from Tapales. Ooh. And you hear him saying the corner is. Ooh. I know a lot of those are box, but you can hear just the pop on them. But it's like I said earlier, if you know, he got caught. He's coming out with his hands down. But it's like I said earlier, though. Nice.
Big right hand there for Inoue. Hoped for and expected from Tapales, even though he has 2 belts. Came in as an underdog, has shocked the world before.
He's doubling up that right hand. See, again, he's doubling up that right hand. But he has to watch. I know he has to watch it, even because
The nightmare came to Tokyo, and Inoue simply woke up. Nobody remembers what Tapales promised. They remember what happened to him. But here's the thing. Every man so far only ever talked. The next one did something no fighter on earth had managed. He hurt Naoya Inoue. He fractured his skull, took his vision, and made him bleed for 12 rounds. And 3 years later, the monster came back to settle it. Saitama, 2022, Nonito Donaire, 39 years old, a Hall of Famer, and the only man alive who had truly broken Naoya Inoue. 3 years earlier, in this exact building, he fractured the bone around Inoue's eye and left him fighting half-blind for 10 rounds. Inoue has admitted that remembering that night still gives him shivers. So Donaire came back and told the world the first fight had been an awakening, that he now knew he could beat the monster, and that it would end in a Donaire victory. He was right about one thing. It ended.
Puncher's gloves. The first fight, they featured winning gloves.
And notice the detail that decided this night before it started. Both men are wearing puncher's gloves. Thin, hard, unforgiving. In the first fight, that damage went one way. Not tonight. There it is. An overhand right to the temple, thrown in the last seconds of the round, and a future Hall of Famer's legs are gone. Donaire said afterwards it was the hardest punch he'd ever been hit with, that he came up completely blank and never saw it coming.
Now it's a left hook that rattles Nonito Donaire. It's devastating power, and the legs of Donaire are not all there. And
Inoue takes the moment. Donaire tries to go downstairs, and there's simply nothing left to fight with. This is the man who once put the monster in hospital, being taken apart in under 2 rounds.
The monster. Looks like Donaire has made up his mind. He's going to fight fire with fire, and that's just the way it is, for better or worse. Drops Donaire as he's able to somehow manage to find his balance. But Inoue might have been better to just go down, Dre, because Inoue is going to work him, and the knockout.
Nonito Donaire had been stopped once in 48 fights before this night. Inoue did it in 5 minutes. The debt from 2019 was paid in full, with interest. But that was a rival Inoue respected, a legend who earned every scar. The last man in this story earned nothing. He cheated a Japanese champion, was thrown out of the entire country for it, and when Japan finally let him back in, he walked into 40,000 people who wanted his blood. And he smiled at them. Tokyo Dome, 2024. 43,000 people. And they didn't come for a fight. They came for a punishment. Luis Nery had been handed a lifetime ban from boxing in Japan. He'd beaten a beloved Japanese champion while testing positive for a banned substance, then came back for the rematch grossly overweight and beat him again. To Japan, he wasn't an opponent. He was a thief who got away with it. That lifetime ban was lifted for one reason only, so he could be handed to the monster. And Nery walked in through a wall of boos, smiling, flexing, loving every second of it. Look at those eyes. This is a man who told the world he sees flaws in Inoue, that he'd knock out the monster. And for once, nobody in that stadium was laughing. And there it is. Inoue goes down. First round, and the impossible has happened. The first knockdown of Naoya Inoue's entire career, in front of his own country. Watch the setup, because it's brilliant. The small uppercut first, drawing the reaction. And when Inoue commits to that left hand, the opposite hand drops. Poor fundamental habits. And Nery had been waiting all night for exactly that. Now he goes after him. This is the moment Nery's entire career was building toward. 43,000 people are silent, and a banned man is one punch from the greatest upset in boxing history.
With a left hand.
But look what the monster does with humiliation. Covering up, working the body, still throwing, no panic. He's not surviving the round, he's already solving it.
Through, but Nery unaffected. He keeps punching. Canvas.
Nery changes tactics. Patient now, trying to catch Inoue out of position. That's the correct read. The problem is, he's about to make a face at a man who's just been embarrassed.
Lunging forward. Nery again on the attack, coming forward, reaching with that left hand. You see him forward shift, and Inoue right there just filling that gap or that space with that left hook. Here he is reaching with the backhand. Inoue stepping.
That right there is elite technique. Reading the reach, feeling the gap, stepping into the space with the left foot. Nery is reaching. Inoue is calculating. That's the entire fight in one exchange.
In terms of elite technique and athleticism.
Yes. I don't know if he was extremely hurt from that shot test.
A great bounce back.
A 10-8 round each way to open a championship fight. The first man ever to drop the monster, and all he's done is wake him up.
8 rounds to open up this championship event.
When a fighter starts to anticipate tests, actions and reactions, that's when things start to slow down for him.
45 previous rounds, Inoue had more total connects until the first round tonight against Nery.
Placing those shots in between the shots of Inoue. And he's going to have to prevent that bomb from coming, Tess. His defense has to get better. He has to be responsible after his offense.
More punch combination from Inoue. There's that pop right hand. Again, it's finding the target.
And of those poor fundamental habits.
Oh, look at this! Little showboat trying to draw him in and then firing off.
Again, told you, defense got to be on point when you're facing Inoue with the speed, power, and accuracy that he brings to the table. You know, that's why he's a 2-division world champion. Yes, he has the skills, he has punching power. However, that toughness, grittiness, he's going to have to bring that out tonight to get one.
His lifetime ban was lifted so this event could happen. Perhaps it was an opportunity, but look at it now. That's risk with no reward whatsoever.
Perhaps an opportunity for Nery, but with them comes great risk.
Like that.
There it is.
There's the risk with no reward. Left hook scores the knockdown again.
Being calm in the storm. You see right there, just found a little gap right there. Lead hand is down of Nery on the inside.
The lead hand is down. Inoue dips under, and now he's looking straight at him. He can see the hands, he can see the fear. Nery cannot keep taking these shots.
Looking right at Nery, he sees those hands. Pull away from that face.
Closers in recent boxing history. Here comes the monster. Right hand stood up to it for the moment. Inoue on the attack.
Brilliant stuff right there from Inoue.
Just stands up to that offensive effort from Inoue, from Nery, and fires back. Oh, this right hand. Combination up top.
This almost over, Tess. Nery can't keep taking these type of shots over and over and over.
What do you see as a potential finisher here, Tim? There's the right hand! He just answered the question! As Nery has crumbled and the monster has roared! He's done it again!
Short uppercut on the inside, then the short right hand, and the knees simply buckle. The monster has roared. Nery came to Japan as a man who cheated their champion and laughed about it, and he left on the canvas of the Tokyo Dome in front of 43,000 people who came to watch exactly that. The ban was lifted for one night. One night was all Inoue needed. 5 men, 5 different ways to learn the same lesson. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe to Fight Diary. Every week, we tell the stories the highlight reels leave out. And tell me in the comments, which one of them regretted it the most?